Early in the summer of 1995, Nintendo of America launched what they thought was one of their biggest failures yet. In reality, they launched EarthBound. Like, how did you... why EarthBound or something?
Why? Why EarthBound, you loser?
This is my friend Wyatt, and he's a massive EarthBound fanboy. He discovered the existence of Ness the same way many other people did. Wait, that's not quite right. Years before a re-release, he got a genuine cartridge for his birthday. He said the price at the time was $80, which, much like the enemies in the game, is now alien to me. When I started my playthrough, I decided I'm a purist, so I gave everything its lore-appropriate name. You know, Ness, Paula, Jeff, PSI, yeet, you know the works. The game admittedly starts off pretty slow, with you having to take 2 full laps to this meteorite, and Porky is just the worst. The second time around, however, we meet Buzz, an almighty time-traveling warrior who's only rivaled in strength by Picky. But much like Picky, he gets destroyed by the parents of the Minch family. And now, you're off in the world to find 8 sanctuaries to defeat the almighty Gygus before he comes into power.
A big part of it is just how abounding in ideas it is. There's so many, like, so much outside of the box thinking. Well, at the time, it was very outside of the box thinking for the game. The setting, for instance, was something really different and very well thought out. The way that every like RPG trope sort of had its modern day equivalent that a toy would think of.
If you take all the flavor away from EarthBound, it's not really EarthBound anymore. For example, if you completed a hard side quest to get a bad item in any other game, you'd say, "What the hell? Come on!" In this game, when you find a contact lens in a large desert and find the person it belongs to, only to get a dirty sock in return, you just say, "What the hell? Come on." It's not really the crazy time-wasty stuff that defines this game that makes it great. It's the context in which this is all happening in. Am I really going to have to go through a battle for reading this sign? Oh. Yes, I see. This crazy context-sensitive stuff being the main selling point of the game makes it hard to sell. I mean, when you try to sell Mario, it's fun to just jump and move around. What more do you need? When you try to sell EarthBound as a game, it's just very vague stuff like, "Well, I think it's funny." Even Wyatt was having problems finding the words to recommend it.
I'm trying to come up with one that doesn't sound like a reason that doesn't sound hokey. Like, did you like Undertale? Then you'll love EarthBound, the game that Undertale really liked.
Eventually, we meet the 3 other heroes who are destined to defeat Gygus. You see, Ness rescues Paula from an insane cult that likes the color blue, I guess. Jeff rescues Ness and Paula from the undead. Ness and Jeff later have to rescue Paula again from an evil mayor under the influence of Gygus, and Pooh just kinda shows up. Like, hey, I guess you exist now. To dive a bit back into the aesthetic of EarthBound. EarthBound is weird. Yes, I know, I'm not breaking new ground with that revelation. I know. You know those weird situations your friends come up with where, like, a police officer wants to arrest a kid for questioning authority at all? And they're, like, treating this super seriously, like he's a giant criminal, like, "Oh no, watch out for my big move, I'm really gonna get you." Yeah, that crazy situation is something that word for word happens in EarthBound. You just always feel like you're 2 steps behind reality. Oh yeah, the Kraken just exists now and we as mere children have to kill him? Yeah, whatever you say, dude. I'm feeling up for it.
It was sort of the perfect time for me to play the game for myself because I was just a kid myself. I was starting to see new and adult things in the world at the same time that, like, Ness was going through the same sort of journey in EarthBound. I mean, I wasn't literally, like, going out and defeating evil aliens, but a lot of Ness's journey is just growing up, and I was growing up at the same time.
But besides the overwhelming quirkiness from this world, there's also a lot of negativity. People berate you, take advantage of you, and sometimes have the audacity to die. The game explains this as the influence of Gygus infecting people's minds. Gygus is kinda mean. Calling me a loser just cause I can't afford anything, come on, man. I play video games to escape real life. You finally meet Gygus and catch up with Porky. At this point, you can't actually hurt or kill Gygus. So just hurt Porky. Flip that guy. So he turns off the devil's machine, allowing you to hurt Gygus. Up to a point. You can't really do anything anymore except pray for your safety. Your friends are dying around you, but you keep praying. You pray that everything will be okay, but it's swallowed by the darkness. You pray for one last time. It reaches someone. It reaches one RG3-or. You don't know who that is, but you keep praying to KMD. Who is it? Who could this human be? Yeah, it was me the whole time, you stupid flips, master of utilizing all 24 characters that the game gave me. Now that I saved the world all by myself, I can open some brewskis with my boy Orange Kid. He will absolutely love me and the work I've done. I just...